Hello boys and girls from YouTube, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about adding an event listener to any document object and explain what this event target is right here, okay? So let's look at our HTML file here that we have a pretty standard HTML file in the HTML tag right here. We have a head tag. We also have a body tag right here, okay? Now, inside the body tag, we have a unordered list. I give an ID as a toy list because we're making a list of toys, obviously. And then inside there, we have three list items, right? The first one is our transformer. Second one is the Mega Blocks. And the third one is Lego superheroes, okay? Now, if you look at the three list item here, they all have different, child elements inside themselves, okay? So the first one, we have only a text, right? So under this list item, we only have a text node inside here. There's no other elements in there, okay? And the second one, the second list item we have here, we have inside the list item, we have a paragraph element. And then we have a text node inside, say, Mega Blocks, right? And on the third one, we have so inside the list item, we have the paragraph item, and then inside the paragraph item, we have the emphasize element right here. Okay. So the first one, it does not have any child elements, but just a text node. The second one, it has one child element, which is the paragraph. On the third one, it has one child paragraph element, and inside the paragraph, it has emphasized item here. Okay, so this guy has one child, and a child has a child, right? So the third list is a grandpa or something. Okay, so let's look at this page in our client. Okay, so switching to client, we have seen our list right here. Like I said, we have three items, right? The first item is transformers. Second item is Mega Blocks with the paragraph inside, right? And the third item is the Lego superheroes, right? Remember, in the third item, we have Lego as our paragraph, right? And then we have an emphasized child element, say superheroes. So that's what you see here, okay? All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to switch back to our code IDE right here, and then we have going to go to the JavaScript file. So let's say so in the first line of the code, we have a get element by ID. So we're going to set the variable list to our toy list, right? So toy list right here, that's our unordered list, okay? So under the list, right, we're going to add an event listener, and we're going to register click event. So what it does, so what this do is that when any user clicked anywhere inside the list, right? What I mean by anywhere inside the list is that everywhere inside the list. It could be the dot here, it could be the whatever here, okay? So anywhere inside this list, you will trigger an event, okay? Now, so the click event is the first parameter you pass into the event listener. And then on the second parameter, you will pass in a, what you would call it, the, what's it called? Callback function, yeah. Bring forward. Callback function. And you can pass in a parameter called event. So what this event is registers the event of what you have. Okay, so this in this case is a mouse click. Okay, and then we can look at the event.target. Okay. Now what we're going to look at is the node name of the target. All right, and we can console it out. So what I'm going to console log is that if you so this is under the list, right? So I'll say I'll say I click UL, right? The UL is the list, so I clicked it on target, and then whatever our target element is. Okay, so the target element, so target will return the element that you clicked on. Okay, so let's see how it works inside our client window. Okay, so if we are here, we look at our little console. So if I click on transformer, right, the console will say I clicked the list. Yeah, of course I did click the list on target li, right? Because transformer is just a text inside the li element. Okay. And now, if you look at the HTML file again, right? Remember, we click transformer, and then the console log event target.node name is going to return you that li node, because that's what we clicked on. Okay, so now what do you think it will happen if I click megablocks? Well, let's try that out. Oh, it's pretty obvious. So let's refresh this. So if I click on megablocks, boom. So I clicked on UL, right? So we clicked on the list inside anywhere we click inside the list, we get that event trigger. So I say click UL on target P, because megablocks in our code is inside the P element, right? That's why I click, and this is a target in our code. All right. So what event target is? All right. So event target is the target element, the most inner nested element that you can find on the element you clicked. You see what I'm saying? So in here we say list out is our the click element that we want to, but anywhere inside this list, it could have a child element inside. So what the event.target is that it grabs that innermost element from this list. Okay, so in this case, our most inner element when we click megablocks, it will be the P element. So that should give you the P element in the console, right? So P element. So remember our first list item in here, when we click transformer, the most inner element inside this element is just the li, the list item itself. Right? So we click transformer, this li, right? So let's look at our third case, our third item. Now we have a list item with, remember this guy's a grandpa because he has a child and the child has a child. So if a user click on Lego, what do you think it will return? Right? And Lego is on the paragraph element level. Okay? So if I click Lego, it should return a paragraph because it's at the same level. However, if we click, you see, even it appears in the same line, right? Lego and superheroes, they are in two different levels. Right? Superhero is actually a child element in the paragraph. So if you click superhero, let's refresh this. If you click superhero, you get a target on EM, which is our emphasized tag right here. Okay? Again, so we click on transformers with, this is the li with no child element. We get li. And then li, the second element, megablocks, we have li with a paragraph element inside as a child element. Then we get a p. And then we have the superhero here. It's under the EM. Okay, so the main takeaway from this tutorial is you have to understand the event, when you see register event, and the event.target is the most inner element, the child element that you clicked on. Okay, and in a lot of cases, especially on the click event, that you have a button, right? So a lot of time the event target will refer just back to the button, because usually the button doesn't have much of child element inside. So let me show you an example. So in our HTML page, I added a button right here. Okay, so it's kind of an add button, right? The button tag, and then we have an ID, say it's an add button as an ID, and then inside we have a text, say add, right? And then we go back to our the front end. Let's see our front end. So we have the add button right here. And now let's declare that the button is equal, the btn is equal to the add button itself, right? We get the element by ID add button and assign it to btn, and then we register event listener. So if we click the button, right? So we have a click event, and then we just console log the event target.node name, which is like I said, this will refer back to the button itself, because there is no child element inside this button element. So when you click it, right? When you click it, oh, did I refresh this? Okay, on. When you click this one, it will just say button, right? Because that's the target that I'm clicking on. Okay. All right, so that's the tutorial for the event target. It's kind of long for this topic, but I hope you learned something today. If not, let me know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you guys next time.